Alex Millaire, half of Moonfruits with my partner Kaitlin Milroy. We are a contemporary folk band singing in French and English on the traditional territory of the Algonquin Anishinaabe, also known as Ottawa.
I'm Kaitlin Milroy. I'm also one half of Moonfruits, a vocalist and parent and musician, touring artist, and really happy to have been part of the Slow Touring project. I connected with Tanya Joy from Springtide Music Festival, and we explored the idea of what an extended stay for an artist could look like. So the idea was for us to kind of come to Uxbridge and get to know the place, not just come in, kind of blow in and out and play a concert. We got to play at the farmers market. We also got to play a concert for the senior center. Mm-hmm. It was a treat to get to connect with that community, and I think the concert was really appreciated. Mm-hmm. And then we got to do our festival set at their music hall, which is a beautiful building. And the other piece was that we would do some exploring of the physical landscape and spend some time there. So they had accommodations for us that were actually on the water of a pond. So it was a swan family.
We canoed a couple of times.
Yeah. And we also got to bring a dedicated caregiver to care for our kid there.
It was surprisingly difficult. The feeling of momentum / like adrenaline that you get on tour was just simply not there. I think we had 3 days off where it was like, okay, what do we do at the time? Like, it was so bizarre to actually have the time and to go canoeing, to play cornhole with our 2-year-old at the time. And it essentially felt like a vacation. Though that is sometimes the conception of our family of what touring is like. It is not the actual live reality.
I mean, we worked on new songs. We rehearsed. Mm-hmm. We spent time with our kid in like parenting roles. We got up to the park. We did some exercise. We got to see other bits of the festival and connect with other artists who were there. We had like a lunch meeting. We stepped into this bubble where we were trying to give ourselves the time to kind of root in another place. But it's not as though we didn't have other emails and projects to tend to during that time. Yeah, it was just this sense of like, is this allowed? You know, I got a full night's sleep. Is that okay?
I would say that the performances were better. There's much less of a feeling of coming in with the wind, especially touring with a toddler, where like we've had these moments where the care hasn't panned out and we're trying to figure out who's going to be taking care of him up until like minutes before we're on stage.
The performances felt more focused. I felt like we were really able to step into our artist mind, body. And that's something that I found difficult to do since becoming a parent. For a long time, we didn't have any care other than occasional support from family, usually aligning with work obligations. Anything before and after those things didn't have any care. It's hard to explain to collaborators that that's just not available to us anymore. It's hard to know that that is true until you live some version of that yourself. What was special in this particular initiative is because we had more time in the space, more time to get to know the space and the option of dedicated care. You know, we had complete peace of mind and we could fully step into being present to perform. It felt good. For me too, it was also something that it has a positive, like a virtuous impact beyond even that week. Yeah, an embodied experience that reminds you, oh yeah, this exists too, and it can be found again.
When we are feeling like we are in a slow touring mindset and that is going well, is so much more psychologically supportive than anything regular touring can provide. And in fact, like I would say that the arts sector is rife with mental illness that is not talked about, oftentimes not diagnosed, with very few resources. And so talking about slow touring is also talking about mental health.